Hi Leo, welcome to my channel. This is 𝑓𝑊𝑃𝑆, and this is going to be your monthly reading for October, for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or wherever Leo lands in your chart. So it doesn't have to be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It can be anywhere Leo is in your chart, okay, or wherever you identify as Leo in your chart, okay? This reading is going to consist of your general well-being as well as your relationships and connections to other people, whether it be romantic, brother, sister, sibling, parents, your own children, grandparents, business partner, or close friend, or even an acquaintance. Whoever is on your heart and on your mind in regards to this reading, Leo, I pray that it resonates to some degree. Or at least gives you some insight, okay? Okay, so first off, you have a Seven of Pentacles here, Leo. And when I see the Seven of Pentacles, there is something for the long term that is going to affect you, or there are some plans or a decision that you need to make that is going to affect your future for the long term. Okay, this is investing in a project, a financial endeavor, an artistic endeavor, a move, maybe whether you're moving from a different city to another, from one city to another, moving from one state to another, moving from one country to another, whether you're moving for work, someone that you may need to cut out of your life or someone that you need to connect with, and it will bring in some long-term adjustments or long-term abundance or prosperity. There are those of you who have some type of skill. You work with your hands, or you're an artist, or you manufacture things, or you're very artsy and crafty, you know, whatever. There's some type of skill that you have. It doesn't necessarily have to be artistic, okay? But there is a skill here, Leo, for those of you out there who have your own business, or you're thinking about opening your own business or working for yourselves, okay? But I see here in your reading that just right off the bat, the Seven of Pentacles out here is just long term. You guys are investing in something. It's something big. You're taking the necessary steps to get to that point of prosperity, or when you're waiting for this energy to unfold. You're waiting for your fruit to ripen. You've planted your seeds and you're just waiting for your blessings to come in. But just be careful, Leo, not to be impatient. Okay, you've planted your seeds, let them grow. Okay, it's very important that you understand that you're a fire sign. Okay, so and I'm a Leo in my sun, and I think I have Leo somewhere. I think in Chiron or something like that. But anyway, I can definitely understand, being impatient at times, and when things don't happen when you want them to happen, or in a certain way that you anticipated for it to happen, you can become very depressed, or you can become very, very disappointed and feel like there's been a letdown of some sort. So just be careful. Long-term investments and things that you want to last for the long term, it's going to take time. You're going to have setbacks here and there. And you just have, when those setbacks happen, you just have to allow it to happen, and you have to realize you got to take it one day at a time and realize that you have the key to success in your life despite the obstacles. Okay? The next card to come out for you, Leo, is the Eight of Wands. Again, there are those of you who might be taking a plane somewhere. Could be, again, this can be a business venture, or a moving of a home. Okay, traveling for work. Okay, but there is, I feel like what you're anticipating and what you're waiting for, Leo, when it comes to your well-being and your lifestyle and your finances, whatever it is that you're waiting for, whatever fruits you're waiting to ripen, and the harvest that you're waiting for, it's coming very soon. It's very close. Okay, it's on its way. I don't really see any setbacks happening leading up to this point, really. But if there are, they're not going to last long at all. Okay. For some of you, this is going to happen. This could happen overnight, where you're not even anticipating, or you may not even be thinking about it, and it just happens. Okay. Also understand, Leo, that the veil is very thin this month. It was actually pretty thin, especially for Leos in the month of September during Virgo season. So the Eight of Wands also represents spiritual communication coming through. So there may be those of you who make sure you're protecting yourselves, because just because you have good energy, and maybe there are good spirits and good communication coming through, there are also bad spirits. You are ruled by the sun. So the sun, it attracts a lot of things. You guys have a very beautiful energy, and just because you have a beautiful energy, it doesn't mean that beautiful things are necessarily attracted to you. There are things that are not so good that will be attracted to you as well, that are more on the spiritual, in the spiritual realm. Okay, energies that you may not want to be around you. So make sure that you, as you're waiting for your blessings to come in, make sure that you keep a keen eye, and make sure that your energy is cleansed and that your chakras are balanced. Any stones that you have, any trinkets, anything that you keep around you to protect you, make sure that they're cleansed, and make sure that you are very aware of your surroundings, not just in the physical realm, but in the spiritual realm as well. Okay. There is, so like I said about this personal business, or this kind of working from home, or this skill set that I was talking about with you have the Eight of Pentacles. So you have a lot of pentacles here. Okay, you went from the Seven to the Eight of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is someone who's waiting. They've invested their time, okay, and they've planted their seeds, and now, as the universe is bringing in your blessings and bringing in these opportunities, you have 2 8s in your reading, 2 7s and 2 8s and a 9. So there is definitely a cycle. There's definitely there's a need to take things one step at a time. Okay, you've planted your seeds. Okay, got to be patient. Let those seeds grow and ripen. Okay, and allow the opportunities to come through. You've done well. Okay, for those of you who have been working really hard, and in the meantime, the next step is to put in the work. What is it that you're good at, Leo? It's going to take time, but keep your head down. Okay, keep yourself grounded. Don't think too far into the future, to where you're wondering, okay, what if this doesn't happen? What if that happens? Just keep your head down and focus on in the moment. Focus on the work that's the tasks that are ahead of you. The task that is at hand now. Okay, don't focus so much on what if, because what if is not here yet. Okay. There are those of you, because you have the Seven of Swords, and this is one of my most, I do not like this card whenever it comes out in a reading, because it's a very dishonest card. But looking at your reading here, I feel like there are some of you who, you've put in some really hard work, you've planted your seeds, and there is a sense of secrecy, or not really wanting to talk about what you're doing. There are those of you who may have a business that you're working on, and you just really don't want to share it with anybody else out of fear of it being taken from you. You may have surrounded yourself in the past with people who, I mean, remember, you're ruled by the sun, so everybody is attracted to you, okay? The good and the bad energies, okay? So be sure that, if some of you may have been burned, or you feel, you've had like trust issues with people, because people have been trying to just kind of chiseling away at you or picking at you, just to take and take and take, because Leos are very generous people. We're the most generous signs of the zodiac, but I feel like you guys need to pull back a little bit. Okay, you guys may be giving too much, and you guys may feel the need to kind of take all of your things and kind of move on without telling anybody. There may be those of you, okay, this is a message for some of you, where there is a direction that the universe has wanted you to go in. There's a path that The universe is saying you need to stay on this path. Don't become distracted. Don't be discouraged, okay, because things are not taking off the way you wanted them to. And especially if it's in regards to your career. If there are those of you who have tried so hard to get a certain job so that you can have a certain type of career to make a certain amount of money, and it just didn't work out and you were just exhausted from constantly trying to look for that type of job. And there are those of you who just want to be content because you have the 9 of Cups here, okay? There are those of you who just want to be, you just want to be happy with yourselves. You don't want to beg society for a job, or you just want to work for yourself. Some of you guys just want to do your own thing. You know, you just want to find a job where you can just be happy and you don't have to worry about BS, you know? There are those of you who have kind of put up a wall a little bit in regards to trying to look for a job or in regards to your financial situations, and because opportunities weren't granting themselves to you as much as you had hoped or as much as you're hoping. So you've kind of decided, well, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to look for that type of job anymore. I want to do something else, you know. And so some of you guys may have kind of blindfolded yourselves and not and trying to just kind of get away with not touching on that subject of, you know, your career. You just want to be happy, you just want to make your own money, but the universe is saying, hey, you need, and if you guys are creative and you're really having a hard time like getting your creative juices flowing, or having a hard time getting work done, or working, whether you're working for someone else or yourself, the universe is saying, you know, this is your path, this is what you need to focus on. You need to sharpen your skills. Okay, because opportunities are going to present themselves to you, and they may have presented themselves to you in the past, but you just probably didn't feel good enough, or you felt like you didn't have enough resources, you feel like you didn't have enough training, whatever the case may be, Leo. But I see that there are a lot of you who just want to be happy doing your own thing. You don't necessarily want to be rich. You don't necessarily want to be flashy. You just want to be happy and content, you know? You don't want to be busy. You don't want to be the type of, you know, go worker every single day. You don't want to necessarily work a 9 to 5. And the universe is saying, hey, if you want to work your own job, or you want to be your own boss, you got to take the necessary steps. You got to live in the moment. You got to be patient. Okay, don't rush things with the 8 of Wands here. Don't rush things. Let the universe bring what you desire to you. Just be patient. Be patient, Leo. Okay? Let that wall down a little bit. Well, that's your general reading. So let's get into your relationships and your connections with other people. Once again, Leo, I feel that there are those of you guys, there are certain relationships that some of you guys don't necessarily want to bring up. There are certain people that you just don't want to talk to, and they can be friends, like friends that you've had for a long time. They could be family members, but there's a sense of just not really, you just want to be by yourself. If you're in a relationship with somebody, you may only just want to focus on that person and focus on the long term, just focus on the long term with that person, or, you know, you just want to focus on that relationship, okay? If you guys are married, some of you guys just want to focus on your marriage. If you guys have children, you guys just want to focus on your children, you know? And there's a sense of just not really being honest with people about what's really going on with you, you know? Not really wanting to ask for help or just not wanting to share too much with the world about what's going on, you know? Because you're more focused on the long term. You're no longer interested in short-term connections. You're looking for wholesome connections with other people. You're looking to travel. You're looking to gain more knowledge of the world that you live in, you know, not just the city you live in, but the world you live in. And those of you who are trying to understand more about your city, you know, some of you guys may be going out for walks more and spending more time in nature, spending more time at home and understanding, you know, how beautiful your home is, or accepting or looking at how blessed you are in your home or with your family, or if you're with a significant other or a roommate, you guys may be doing new things together, you know, understanding each other more, you know, as you understand yourselves on a personal level more. You may work with this person. There may be someone that you're collaborating with, okay? But I just feel, Leo, that you, again, you just want to be happy with the person that you're with your circle of friends. Like, you're not really, you know, there's only a few people that you may talk to. And you're not really venturing out saying anything on social media. You're probably not on there much as much either, because you're more focused on the long term investments that you've made. You're more focused on your career and the lifestyle that you want to create for yourself. I hope that makes sense. You know? So there may be people that you have that you used to talk to a lot about what's going on with you presently, you know, that you probably are not talking to now, you know, and they may be like, hey, like, what's going on with you? Like, I haven't heard from you in a while, you know? And that's okay, Leo. That's totally fine. It's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You have every right to reserve time and energy for yourself, because you are the sun, and there's a lot of sun to go around. But sometimes as Leos, we forget that sometimes we got to use some of that energy for ourselves, you know? And there may be other aspects of your chart, Leo, where you may feel the need, you know, if you guys may have Virgo or air in your chart, or another fire sign in your chart, you know, there may be certain aspects of your personality that you're trying to nurture right now so that you can be a better person towards the future, a more balanced individual in the future. For those of you who are single, you know, I still see that you got your head down, you know, or in those of you who don't have your head down, you're single and you're waiting for that person to come along, or you're waiting for the right connection. Just keep waiting. Be patient. Okay, keep your head down. Keep working on yourself. Keep working. If you're in school, keep doing what you're doing with school. If you have some type of project, keep focusing on that project. Okay, but just make sure that you're being honest with yourself. You know, and if you're keeping things to yourself, that's totally fine. I don't see the Seven of Swords as a bad thing necessarily in your reading. But if there is someone that you're involved with financially, or that you're involved with in any type of connection, and they're, you know, you may feel that they're being a little shady, or you can't trust them, because there may be someone in your midst that you can't really trust, or there may be multiple people that you can't trust right now. Okay? And maybe you need to keep certain things to yourself in order for you to remain content with yourself. You don't need all these energies clawing at you and trying to get information out of you to find out whether you're doing better than them or not, or whether, you know, they can give you advice about life or not. You know, I just see that many of you are just doing your own thing with this reading. I just feel like you're just cool with yourself. Okay? So this cycle of waiting, you know, you've waited a while. I feel like this cycle is ending, Leo. Whether it be with a person, if there's a relationship that you're wanting to progress and you've been waiting patiently for it to progress, it's going to progress, okay? There's a financial situation that you've been waiting to unfold, it's going to unfold. The waiting game is almost over, Leo. Okay? Whatever it is that you're waiting for, the waiting game is almost over. Okay? All right. Well, much luck to you, Leos, all of you around the world. Much love and light to all of you. And I hope to see you once again in your next reading. All right. Take care. Bye.